your traumatic experience is not the same as the person next to you. And I feel like people do that. I feel like people do that all the time. Oh, I've been there. I know it's like, oh, you're just feeling that? That's all you're doing? I mean, I've been there. I've done that. Yeah, okay, perfect. Good for you, you piece of shit. We're not talking about you for the first time in your fucking life. That's the problem with a lot of people, is that they ask questions, but they already have a fucking answer. Definitely three types. It is acute, chronic, and complex, right? But trauma is different to everyone, and I feel like that's the main point of what it is I'm gonna want to get to today. It's like your traumatic experience is not the same as the person next to you, and I feel like people do that. I feel like people do that all the time. Oh, I've been there. I know it's like, oh, you're just feeling that? That's all you're doing? I mean, I've been there. I've done that. Yeah, okay, perfect. Good for you, you piece of shit. We're not talking about you for the first time in your fucking life. That's the problem with a lot of people, is that they ask questions, but they already have a fucking answer in their head before they even listen to yours. And that's a very big problem in relationships, in communication skills, because it's always about that person. So a lot of times people ask me, how are you doing? And I don't even like answering the question, because I know what the backup question is going to be. It's going to be how they feel about that thing. They're already ready to fucking tell you about theirs. They didn't even listen to anything that you said. Nothing. Zero. Because they're already chirping away. Chop, chop, chop-a-roos. Chirpy, chirpy, charp, charp. You're already talking before you even fucking comprehended anything that I was about to say. Nothing. So thank you for that, bitch face. I don't know who bitch face is, but it kind of felt right. So no one's trauma is the same, right? For me, I had multiple traumatic episodes or experiences in my life, but I'm not here to whine about it and talk about it all the time. But yeah, I've had them. All right, I've had not child abuse, but child molestation. I've had, childhood sexual abuse. I had childhood sexual abuse. I had a gun pointed at my back. That was great. That was a fun time. You know what I mean? Like, it could go down the line, but the way I take it, it's traumatic to me. Now, a girl next to me who never experienced any type of hard trauma in her life, but has been given everything to her, may break her nail, but those were her favorite nails, and like she loved them for some reason, and it broke. Or like a teddy bear that you loved for your whole life, and you just loved it and you couldn't let it go, and all of a sudden it was gone. That's kind of like that's a traumatic experience, okay, to that person. So you can never relate what you experience to someone else. The only thing that you can do is listen with an open ear instead of trying to give fucking advice all the time. Right? Sometimes we don't need it. Most of the time, we just want to be heard. Because it's better talking it out than slicing your throat. Excuse me for being physical. That's not physical. It's called graphic physical fitness class. Sometimes being there for a person that has experienced trauma is the best thing you can do. Whether it's sitting down and annoying the shit out of them by just staying around them when they want you to leave. Perfect. Good. Be there for that person during that time. Be there enough to just shut the fuck up and just listen to what it is they have to say. Listen to the story of how they got there and what they felt and what they were going through, because it's helping that person kind of cope with what happened in that moment or at that time. A lot of times people want to give us so many goddamn fucking solutions. You know what you should do? Drink apple cider vinegar, and then rub it on your face. And you know what else you should do? You should wake up and put fucking pink Himalayan salt inside your eye, and I guarantee after the 35-hour cleanse, you're going to feel great, and you'll never feel like you were raped before. What? What are you talking about? Shut the fuck up. Enough with your goddamn hoogie-boogie fucking medicine tactics to help me mentally. I'm working with a therapist. I go see a psychiatrist. I feel like they're the professionals in the field. I think that help people with trauma should be anyone that has experienced a traumatic episode should have some type of mental health professional help them. You should go see someone. you should go talk to some. Not saying if you get medicated. I'm medicated. I'm on some meds. It's kind of what works for me right now. Do I want to be on it for the rest of my life? No. Did I jump off it a long time ago? Yeah. Was it a terrible experience? Fuck yeah, it was. 100% the worst experience of my life when I jumped off medication by myself, because that was not a good idea. So if you're thinking about it, don't do it. Trust me. Trauma. And that's kind of... So in long story shorts, the reasoning for me is that it was very hard for me to face people. It was very hard for me to face the fact that my business that I worked hard on, like I worked on that shit for a long time, with all my energy, with all my time, giving everything I have. I gave so much to people. I gave so much to that business. I gave so much to everyone that stepped in front of my face, and it was gone. And I watched it go away, little by little by little, trying to hold on to this little dream I had, right? I had this dream, and this was pre-COVID, guys. I started watching it go away. All right, you ever take vision boards, or someone says, hey, make a vision board, and like you kind of map out the things that you want it to look like. When I go to masterminds or like these business things, a lot of it becomes goal oriented. So like doing your goals, like, okay, what does your gym look like? What's the color? What's the ceiling look like? How many people? What's the size? What are you going to do? And I kind of had that whole thing structured out, and I had it actually right here. There was a cork board here before. It's no longer here because we're fucking moving to Vegas. I had the pictures of exactly what it was, and when I stepped back and looked at it a couple years ago, I was like, wow, I got it. I got it. I got this dream. I got this vision. It's right here. Yeah, it's a lot of work to fucking hold on to, but I got it. And then it started going away. Just expenses started getting higher. I couldn't really afford it without really hustling as long as I was getting tired. I was getting tired of hustling, man. I put all this work in, and then now I have my kids, and I want to be there for that. And that lifestyle of what I had doesn't match the lifestyle that I wanted.